All this week on Dateline Schools, been learning what it takes to get those summer jobs now that summer vacation for our local students are just around the corner. And to tell us all about it, my special guest is St. Clair County Technical Education Center School to Work Coordinator, Tom Koehler. And yesterday, Tom, you were explaining some of the laws and some of the limits that kids have, for good reason, of course. One thing I remember, though, with one of my first jobs, is having to get a work permit. Is that still something that's required for our kids, too?
Yes, it is still a requirement for any type of, whether it's an after-school job or a summer job, that students get a work permit from their local high school. So students would go to their counselor at their high school and talk to them about how they would get that. And typically, the student fills out the top portion of it. The employer is going to fill out the second portion of it. They'll take it back to the school, and the issuing officer at that school will either approve it or deny it, and then the student has to take it back to the employer, and it has to be on file with that employer.
My guess, Mom and Dad have to sign it too, right?
Yes, Mom and Dad have to sign it as well if they're under, the age of 18. Yep.
I know all this week you've been giving us some good suggestions of the importance of why kids should get some work experience and that type of thing. What advice can you give to our kids, maybe especially those who may be going out seeking that first job that they've ever had?
I would say, the best advice is just to go in there with a good attitude, smile when you go into the interview, and have that resume ready to give to them. Have somebody look over that resume, an adult look over the resume to make sure that there's no mistakes in it. And, the first thing they're going to ask you to do is fill out a job application. And probably the most important thing at that point is to use your resume to help you fill out the job application. Typically, everything that you're going to fill out on a job application will be on your resume. So that's really going to help you get the interview. And once you get the interview, just be yourself, have a good attitude. And again, making sure that you're smiling and, communicating well with the person who's interviewing you.
And again, this is something that you highly encourage for these kids to do, isn't it?
Definitely. I think it's great for students to have a part-time summer job. Like I said before, it gives them some responsibility and shows, that they're interested in different careers and, finding that niche that they might have.
For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington. Dateline Schools is a production of St. Clair County RESA.